Hey everyone, Josh here with a look at another Star Wars toy, and today we're going to unbox a 6-inch Black Series. This is the Jumptrooper. So let's go set this guy free. Alright everyone, here we are with a Imperial Jumptrooper 6-inch Black Series, and we're going to unbox this guy today. And before we get that far, I just want to go ahead and quickly spin the packaging around, let you guys take a look at it. And so if you're familiar with the Black Series, you'll know that most of them are numbered. They have a big black number on the side of the box right there, unless it's a store exclusive, and this guy is a store exclusive to GameStop. So if you want to get one of these, you can pick them up at your GameStop, and that's why he doesn't have a number on the back. But let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the packaging, and you can see you just get a bigger picture of the artwork on the box, and you also get a quick character description, and I'll go ahead and read that for you guys. Imperial Jumptroopers, an elite squadron within the Imperial ranks. Jumptroopers, also known as rocket troopers, were outfitted with jetpacks and utilized in tight spaces. They were trained to act in unison, often swarming and overwhelming their targets. And there you go, there is your character description. So if you don't offhand recognize these guys from one of the movies, that's because they never appeared in the movies. And where this style of Jumptrooper comes from is from a video game. And that's one reason you may see him, or he's a GameStop exclusive. But they do appear in multiple other places in the Star Wars universe, and one other place is like there's an older video game they appeared in. It was called The Force Unleashed, but that's not what this one is. That one was a little bit different style of Jumptrooper. This one is based off the most recent, or one of the most recent Star Wars games, is called Battlefront 2, and it's like a combat game for gamers. It's kind of like Call of Duty with a Star Wars theme to it, and I do play the game a little bit. I'm not a serious gamer. I'm kind of a casual gamer, and so this is what that character looks like in the game. And what's kind of strange to me is they did do other characters from that game, and they actually put the game logo on the box about right there. There's a character called Iden Versio. You can get her Black Series 6-inch Black Series figure, and she was a GameStop exclusive as well, but it actually had the game logo right here on the box, and this one doesn't. So I'm just kind of running with the assumption that this is the one based off that game, because this is where I recognize this style of trooper from, and we'll take a closer look at him. But in the game, when you play as this character, he has a different blaster. It's an RT-97C, and let's see if there's one in here. I'm kind of hoping there is. Maybe you just don't see it. But let's go ahead and cut this thing open and get him out of here and stop talking about it. Oh, very cool. Okay. This is the first time I've seen this in a Black Series. So here you go. This is what he looks like out of the box. And first time I've seen this in a Black Series figure, he comes with a little stand. So very cool. I'm so glad to see they're going to start doing that. Hopefully that will start to be a standard thing. But let's go ahead and get that thing out of here and take a look at it. We'll get a closer look at it in a second here, but that's what it looks like. It's like a little triangle, and it looks like there's a slot in it for his foot. And then we have what appears to be your standard Trooper E11 blaster. And what's really cool, I don't know how well this is coming across on cameras, it's got like some shaded painting to it, so it's like it's got a slight dusting of gray paint, so it looks like it has metal wear to it, and it's not really focusing. See if we can get it to focus here. There we go. Okay, so you can kind of see that it has this like used look to it, and they did like a little paint job on it. Very cool. I like it. All right, and then of course we have the trooper himself, and so let's pop him out of here. All right, so here we are. This is your trooper, and of course he's got a little jetpack on, and we will take a look at that here. Oh, very cool. So he has a holster for the rifle that he carries, a little blaster. And then this is the jetpack, and when you play it in the game, it's not like what you'd think of jetpack where he can just kind of like fly and he flies around. You have like a short burst, and he just kind of can go from like it's really used as like a jump boost where you can go like jump up on a high top of a ship or on a high cliff or something like that. But it's just a short burst that throws you up at on a high level, or you can use it to go like lateral, fast, forward, backwards, sideways, that kind of stuff. And what I want to look at first is okay, so yeah, you can remove it, and I'm wondering do the hoses come out of the. Okay, so I'm tugging on them pretty tough, and they're not really feeling like they want to come out. And I don't think they come out, but I don't want to pull on them hard enough to break the character. So I don't know why they would do that, why they would make the jetpack removable and not the hoses. Yeah, it doesn't feel like they come out, and I don't want to break him. But there is your character. But you can see, yes, the jetpack. Oh, okay. I'm wondering if... Okay, there you go. All right. And again, but I don't know why you would leave the hoses in there, but yeah, okay. So you can take the jetpack out. Very interesting. But the hoses stay in the helmet. And I'm trying to see, here's the helmet come off. No, I don't see any sculpted head under there. Okay, so don't know why they do that, but yes, you can remove the jetpack, and you can see there's a little hole for it. Here is the closer look at the jetpack. Doesn't really do anything. It just has, you can see this is where the thrust is supposed to come out. It just has little highlights there. There's a little bit of burn marks on the bottom there. There's where your hoses plug in. And then real quick here, I'm going to go ahead and pop this back on just because that's the way he's meant to be. And you can hear the hoses pop right back in. Very cool. That one's not making the sound, but and you can see it rotates on his back a little bit. And it's staying in there pretty good. It's a pretty long little peg that's holding it in there. So let's run through his movements here. And they seem like they're going to be pretty standard, but you have a head rotation back and forth, side to side. This is a very nice looking helmet. It's got some gray and orange highlights on the top there. And then from there, you can see one of the shoulder pads is orange with the Imperial logo, and the other one is white with the Imperial logo. And then from there... Okay, so you're going to get, it looks like you're going to get a little bit of restricted movement due to the shoulder pad is hitting his torso here. So when you go up, you can see the shoulder pad's kind of like sliding under his helmet and stuff. So that limits your up and down movement, but you have full rotation. And, you know, just be aware you're going to get a little bit of limited mobility out of the arms due to the way they did the shoulder pad. And then from there you should have, it looks like you have just up and down and a rotation at the shoulder, then at the elbow. Okay, so you got a little bit of rotation right here in the middle of the arm. There's rotation. It's right after this piece of armor on his upper arm. And then you have just up and down at the elbow. I don't feel rotation. So the elbow is just up and down movement. And then at the wrist, you should have rotation and up and down. And you can see you have the trigger finger hand. Very good. And it looks like you have that on both hands. That one looks more like your trigger finger. And for some reason on this hand, on his sculpt, it looks more like a pointed finger, like he's pointing, but... We'll have him interact with the rifle here in a little bit and see which one looks better, which hand. And so then you have chest articulation on, it's hidden under the plate armor here. So you can see it goes, he's got back and forward and backwards movement and rotation on the torso. And then from there we have what? Okay, so there's a point of rotation right here, point of articulation where he rotates right here on his upper leg, but because of the armor is hitting on his lower piece of armor and the leg armor is hitting, so the rotation is limited. It looks like maybe you could force it, but again, you don't want to break your figure, excuse me. But then you do have some side-to-side articulation, and then going down to the knee, you have... Normally you have knee rotation on these guys. But looks like you just have back and forth on the knee, and then down to the foot, you have forward and backward, and a rotation as well. So you can rotate him at the ankle. Very cool. Okay. And then, let's see here. I'm trying to see. It looks like the gun belt is loose on him. I'm trying to see here if it comes off. It's not molded to him. It feels like it's loose on him, but I do not see where you can take it off. So it looks like they put it on him before they totally assembled the figure. So, but it is not molded to him. And then there's some flexibility to the holster. And you can see it's just held on with these two straps here. It's not stuck. And then it's got a hole all the way through. And then let's see here. How's the... Oh, very nice fit. Okay, so then you do put the blaster in it. And that's how that'll look. And then let's check here. I want to see how it interacts with this rifle and see which one looks better. Okay, so let's see here. That looks pretty good, but you can see and again, these aren't all going to be molded exactly the same, but you can see here how the finger isn't quite getting all the way to the trigger guard, but it still looks pretty good. It's lining up and everything. But let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's any more. Thought it looked like part of the rifle moved on you here. And then finally, whoops. Okay, so he can hold it in both arms, but you can see how the other trigger finger lines up with it better. So that does appear to be, it's in there nice and tight. You can put it in either hand, but again, it's just looking to me like this is the hand it is meant to be in, because the trigger finger comes out a little bit further and it lines up just a little bit better. So that appears to be the way it goes. All right, guys, let's see here. Oh, yes, let's take a look at the little stand he came with. And again, I am very glad Hasbro's doing this. Thank you, Hasbro, for putting the display stand in there. I really like that. And again, it's clear plastic. You have a little Star Wars, the Black Series logo engraved on it. And the engraving is on the underside, so on the top here it feels smooth. So that's pretty cool. All right, and then it just appears you're going to put the foot in there, and it doesn't really feel like it's clicking in or anything. It just feels like you kind of slide it in there. And I'm hoping that's enough to keep him standing here. So, of course, you're going to want to rotate it probably just a little bit so he's standing on the triangle. And you can see it doesn't, well, you guys can't see it because I'm not filming it. But you can see he fits in there fine and everything. Whoa. He fits in there fine. But, again, like I said, the Black Series do have the holes in the feet, like most of the 3 3/4 inch, but there's no peg on here. There's nothing like that for you to get it in. They just have the little slide in for the foot. And I think for displaying it, that's going to work fine. But if you can see it doesn't stay in there. He's not in there really tight. But also, that is one thing I'll give them points for with the Black Series. They do normally stand on their own. They usually do a pretty good job with that. But this guy's not one to do that for me. The backpack's making him a little bit back heavy. So, okay. So, there you go. You can see... Whoa! There I go talking before it happens. Okay. So, he is standing. If you're just going to work with him here a little bit. There you go. So you can see, you can get him to stand and everything. And I don't know if they put this in here just because they are worried about you having problems with this particular figure, or I haven't opened any of the newer Black Series yet. I'm working on that right now, and we'll see together if they start putting the stands in. But you can see the stand is obviously gonna help him stand up. So, but that's what it looks like. It's a little triangle, and you kind of gotta maneuver him a little bit to get his feet both all the way on it. But there you go. All right, everyone, there he is from the Black Series 6-inch line. This is the Imperial Jumptrooper, also known as a Rocket Trooper, which appears in the Battlefront 2 video game for the current generation systems, PS4 and Xbox One, and I believe also PC gaming. But again, a GameStop exclusive, the Imperial Jumptrooper. And thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the support of the channel. Thank you guys so much. And if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have your support here. And thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye.